Hello everyone, my name is Joel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get your acoustic guitar sounding from this to sounding like this. So sit back and let's get right into it. The first thing you want to take care of is your input, because the quality of your output is directly proportional to the quality of your input. And the guitar that we used the day of the recording is not bad, to be honest. It's a bit boxy on the lower mid-range side, but overall it is a decent sounding guitar. I've heard worse sounding guitars, trust me. The first thing we're going to do is pick an equalizer, and then we're going to high pass or low cut. That is to remove the unnecessary boxiness or low end that we don't need. After we have done a bit of equalization, the second thing we're going to do is add a compressor. Now I am very aggressive with my compression, but that is because of the type of sound I'm looking for. So let us hear how it sounds with the compressor. As you can hear, the level has risen, and you can hear the compression, which is very aggressive. As you can see on the knob here, minus 7 dB. That's very aggressive. The peak reduction is 100%, but it's because of the type of sound that I'm looking for. Afterwards, I add another compressor. After I've added this compressor, I'm sure you can hear the difference. The sound is now a bit more controlled. It's like in a pocket. The last plugin on my chain is the EQ. Now, this is one of my favorite equalizers when it comes to surgical equalization. So I'm removing around 347 Hertz. That is without. With. So for this project we had a couple of takes, and I'm just going to work on the second take just a bit, and this is how it sounded like. And so I'm going to work on this from the top to the bottom. The first thing I did added the airbox. That's to bring a bit of the level up. The next thing was I added this interesting effect. The reason why I added this Fab Filter Volcano 2, which is an amazing plugin, was to put a bit of difference between the different takes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in the other take that we did and hear how they sound together without the volcano, the Fab Filter Volcano. Listen how it sounds. As you can hear, there's really no separation. They're just a clouded bunch of acoustic guitars. Yeah, of course you could separate them with a bit of EQ and just to make them be different, but I preferred using the volcano. Now after adding it, listen to how it sounds together. So beautiful. Coming back to that take, I added a bit of the C6 Waves plugin just to control a few things. I compressed it because I thought it was a bit too low. Raised the volume a bit. Same thing with the vocal rider. And then I did a bit of compression here and there. I thought the low end was a bit not enough. Then I added the air bass. Now, I don't know if you can hear like me, but there is some noise in it. pay attention, you hear a bit of hiss at the end. And so to counter that, what I did, I added the X Noise Waves plugin. So let's hear with it. All right, so now before we actually hear them all together, what I did was I duplicated the other track where I had smashed, where I had really was very aggressive with the compression. I duplicated it and then I released the compression. What that means, I was less aggressive with the compression. And the reason why I did that was when you are very aggressive with the compression, you kill a bit of the body. You kill a bit of the body of the instrument. All right? And so I also wanted somebody, I really wanted to have that guitar feel a bit more present, not very far. And so what I did, I duplicated that track and then I released a bit of the compression and then I added them together. Now when you do this, you have to be very careful because you can fall into some phase issues. And if you do, all you have to do is come here and flip the phase. That's why here on this channel, it is flipped. Let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. And this is the squashed version. As you can hear, it is really squashed and there's no body. The body of the guitar is not there. So what I did is I combined them both together. But before combining, I have to flip the phase and reduce a bit of the level. So this is it alone. And this is together with the other one. Without, this with. So what that does, it creates a bit of both, that compression feeling and then that body as well. It makes the guitar sound a bit more expensive. All right, let's hear all of them together. Okay, not bad. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to EQ them all together because remember, they together form a set of guitars. So we also need to EQ them and remove a bit of that harshness, a bit of that nasality, a bit of that mid-range that is really sticking out. All right, so after adding them in a group, the first thing I did was EQ. Bit of a dynamic EQ around 249 and another dynamic EQ around 806. Here's how it sounds with. A huge difference. And that's because if I had done that to the individual tracks, it would have sounded even more thin. But it's always best to come and finalize the EQ when it's all of them together. So what I've done, I've removed that harshness, I've removed some of that muddiness, and it's now becoming really sounding like an expensive guitar. So let's hear again without. It's without. Let's add. That's weird. I then added a C6, which is just controlling a bit of those low ends from time to time. All right. But an acoustic guitar without any reverb or delay won't really sound like an acoustic guitar yet because we need to fill that space. Humans are used to hearing things in a certain space. So whenever you hear an instrument and it's not placed in any space, it doesn't sound natural. It sounds weird to our brains. And so after that, I added a bit of reverb and delay. I'm not going to get into the specifics because a chef does not show all the secrets, but let me show you how it sounds with the reverbs and without the reverbs. Let's start with without the reverbs. That's without the reverbs. Now let me add the reverbs. Doesn't that sound beautiful? All right, and then to finally finish, what I did is I added a compressor again over everything. I love this compressor. It is so warm. It is so gentle. It just gives that extra sugar and spice on top of the mix. It's called the Pug Child. Let me add it in, and this is how it sounds now with everything. So there you go, friends. Let's hear again how it sounded from the very beginning. And after processing, this is how it sounds. Thank you so much for being part of this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and comment. I'll see you again on the next one. Joe Mate here. This is from Africa. Peace out.